Welcome to Swiss Next India. My name is Lisa Jean-Michel, and here today with us we have Barbara and Jonathan Maim with their startup Minsh. And now they are going to tell us about their experience here in the Indian market. Welcome, John and Barbara.
Thank you.
Hi.
Could you tell us more about your startup?
Sure. So we're working to help communities, and we're developing mobile apps for them so that they make their community stronger. And we're also at the same time helping some Swiss clients, startups mostly, working on in IT field.
What inspired you to come to India out of all places?
So basically there were two major factors. The first one was that we heard that Bangalore was the Silicon Valley of India, and we wanted to see that for ourselves. And that was right, actually. And the other factor was, of course, the cost of living, which is much, much cheaper than in Switzerland.
And since you have arrived here, what was the most surprising cultural difference that you have encountered?
So specifically to Bangalore, we knew that there was a lot of big companies, you know, Google, Microsoft. But when we arrived here, we were really surprised to see all the startups. And there is more and more startups every day coming from India or abroad. And it's really the place to be for startups in India.
Yeah, and more in a general way, the biggest cultural difference that surprised us when we arrived here was how warm people were towards us. I mean, in Switzerland, we never want to bother each other. We always keep a respectful distance from each other. But here, people will just come to you and start talking to you. Hey, how are you? Where are you from? What are you doing here? Just for the sake of having a conversation with someone, just being nice, you know. And that's something that is really, really nice about India.
And Barbara, for you as a woman working in the IT field, which is predominantly chosen by men, what would you say is your experience like?
So since I'm a foreigner, people are used to working with women, so I've never had any problems out here. Now in everyday life, sometimes it happens that I would ask somebody a question and the person would answer to John instead of me. And that was a bit frustrating at the beginning, but then I understood that it was not that they were lacking respect towards me. It was more like they were afraid to offend John, who is also my husband, so they would answer to him just to make sure he doesn't get angry or anything.
I got used to it, it's fine.
As a conclusion, out of all your experiences that you've had here in India, what would be your recommendation for other Swiss entrepreneurs who are looking to join the Indian market just like you have done it?
So the best thing would be to come in India, stay a while and understand the culture here, the differences, how people they work and this kind of stuff. And then, yeah.
And I mean, if you want to market a product here or hire out here, you either need, as John said, to come out here yourself and be there, or to have someone you really can trust who can bridge the gap, the cultural gap between India and Switzerland.
What was your experience like when it comes to working with Swiss Next India?
So for us, Swiss Next has been very helpful, especially at the beginning. When we had to get our very first business visa, Swiss Next wrote an invitation letter for us, and that's what helped us to get here in the first time. And also later on, when we had no office space yet, Swiss Next gave us a little bit of space so that we could come out here and work from here, and this was really that meant a lot for us.
Thank you for coming here and telling us all about your experience here in India.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck, and thank you for listening.